Hello again. Welcome to this last new moon of 2022. We made it. Um, and yeah, it's the last new moon and it's a super new moon. So we have the new moon is in Capricorn, in the sign of Capricorn. It happens here in Portugal on the 23rd of December, exactly 16 minutes past 10 a.m. So we have, it's interesting because, well, I'm recording this in the solstice on the 21st, and this new moon, it of course, it's a mark of still of this energy of the solstice, because it's still happening in the days right after. And it's, well, here in the northern hemisphere is the beginning of winter. So it's a moment where, the light is, the daylight is shortest. So we need to switch on the lights or to to light on the fire inside our places or inside our hearts at least. We need to warm ourselves. We need to get that extra light and that extra passion or that extra warmth, so that we are still alive. We need that to remain alive. So this new moon is for me very connected. It's a new moon, so it's a moment to send new seeds into, well, into the cosmos, into the universe. But more than that, the solstice speaks about standing still, and it's not that we are suddenly just hibernating and 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 staying inside doing nothing. It's not about that. For me, this speaks about presence, full presence with myself, even if it's just for a moment. But finding more and more in these days, more moments for me to be connected with myself and to be in full presence, to be just allowing myself to feel everything, to and of course this is a moment of for most of us, because it's the end of 2022. It's a moment where we usually do our year review and plan the year ahead, or, well, envision the year ahead. So this is quite the energy that is here. But more than that, it's just, in my perspective, is just a moment for us to be. And this can feel quite challenging also, well, because it's Christmas, because it's New Year's Eve, so we have this social gatherings happening at the same time. And this actually translates a lot with what the chart for this moment, for this new moon, is actually showing us, because we have this new moon in the very first degree of Capricorn, in a square with Jupiter in Aries, in the 0 degree of Aries, and Jupiter, the ruler for Sagittarius, being in a sign of fire, again brings the need to be out, the need to be to answer to my impulse of action, to my impulse of movement, of making things happen, and of being out there, of like showing and feeding myself from the fire within, from the impulse, from the enthusiasm, from the passion. But still, our bodies, earth material, like Capricorn, are in a moment, and Earth's the Earth element is actually the most present in this chart. So our bodies and the land and everything around us and in nature is actually doing the opposite. Are either they are hibernating, or they're just falling, and getting into this very cold space. So it's like we need this moment of of being more inside, of being more in our solitude, in our own presence. It's just this moment for me to really to just stay inside and in quietness. So it can be a paradox. It can be felt as a paradox, because I feel that I want to be out. I want to be with my family. I want to be with my family members that I didn't see sometimes for a year. And I want to be with my friends, and I want to celebrate the New Year's, and I want to be out. But at the same time, I feel exhausted when I'm in this kind of social environment, requiring so much interaction. So it can feel quite of a paradox of needing to be more alone, or maybe not just alone, but just in a little bit more stillness, with not so much activities. So just staying in inside, with my blankets and watching TV or reading a book or whatever, but just staying in the warmth of the house, and staying still, or a little bit more still. So this is exactly this is exactly one of the translations for this aspect here in the skies. But of course, it can also translate another level of this, which is Capricorn represents everything that is related to maturity, that is related to achievement, or better said, to structure and to success. And it comes after the sign of Sagittarius. So it's a moment where we face reality, where we face the need to create a structure, to establish a commitment, to devote myself to something that I believe in, and that I'm passionate about, and that I've been exploring throughout the cycle of Sagittarius, and adventuring around. But now I need to create a structure. I need to manifest it. I need to give it shape, and for that I need to commit with it. I need to devote to it. So this brings a little bit, not a little bit. This just brings. Let's just keep the objective side of it, also because we have Mercury in Capricorn, so which is, our communication gets a little bit more objective and also cautious. So and serious. So yeah, let's use the correct words and the right words, and only the necessary words to explain something, or to and only the necessary movements, and only the useful movements that I need to make to get my strategy going, or to accomplish something. So, and now I lost myself. So what I was saying, that the Capricorn energy just brings the need to commit, to be serious about something. And this may feel that is less fun, that is less, it brings, it doesn't bring, it takes the lightness, it takes the fun part of it, or mostly the fun part of this, of exploring, of coming from the season of Sagittarius. It takes the fun, and it takes the enthusiasm out of it. So yeah, we have to be bold, and we have to be brave to take a leap and go and explore something that is beyond our sight. But now, what do I want to actually achieve with it, and what have I learned with it, and what can I take from that that actually builds up to the legacy that I want to create in my life. So this now creates the need to actually go into self-mastery, into maturity. Like, what can I take? How can I translate the knowledge that I gained into wisdom now? And how can it serve me? How can it serve my path here on Earth in the long run? So this is, and yes, this is another point of Capricorn, because, well, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the Lord of Time. So everything is in a different time frame. Everything needs time to actually evolve, to actually grow, to be built, to be solid, to be strong enough. So this is another thing that we have to understand about this moment, that we are in a different time frame now. So we also have to accept that about ourselves. And we also have Venus here in Capricorn. So Venus in Capricorn usually just translates into to also higher standards on my relationships, and in my finances, and mostly in my self-worth, but also it's connected mostly with this understanding that I need to commit to something, for something to grow, I need to commit to it, and I need to give it time. So as for a relationship, as for my financial structure, I need to create, I need to devote to it. I need to devote my time to it so that it can grow actually consistently, and in a very solid structure. So this is about it. And of course, we have here a very positive aspect in between Venus and Uranus in Taurus. So although this position of Venus in Saturn can also create this, this but it can create a space of review every relationship that I have, according to my standards. What am I giving, and what am I receiving from it, and how this translates into what I want to create for the future. And in my perspective, this connection then with Uranus, that helps me to update or to somehow change something that is not according to my standards anymore. It allows me also to make a shift, even if it's a very cautious shift. It helps me redirect according to the legacy that I want to, or to the path that I want to, again, in my relationships, in my financial structure, and of course in my self-worth. So this for me is it's one of the positive aspects that is here for us on this new moon. And then we also have another very positive aspect in between Mercury and Neptune. And here we have Neptune in Pisces, and we have Mercury in Capricorn. And I was saying that it gets this mercurial side a little bit more objective and pragmatic and rational, but still, it doesn't mean that it's going to be cold. So because it can still use that practical and that cautious use of language still to inspire and to be empathetic and to create bonds that allow me or others to still be able to dream or to overcome a difficult situation. So to be compassionate, to use it to be compassionate. So as I was saying, in Capricorn, sometimes it's actually reviewed as cold, and yes, it can. That is the shadow side of Capricorn, of course, and especially the moon in Capricorn can be cold and distant. But that's an unbalanced way of translating these energies, because the archetype of Capricorn is actually a sea goat. So it's a goat that can go as deep as it needs in the ocean. So in our emotional and psychological world, and learn from it so that it can actually use it wisely and when it's actually going up the mountain. So. And this is the connection also of this axis of Capricorn and Cancer, is the ability to use my emotions productively, the ability to not suppress and actually accept those emotions and use it instead of suppress and or repress and crystallize it. Making myself distant and cold when it comes to emotions or to showing affection. So this is actually what is the need here, is to understand that for us to overcome any situation, we have to give space to whatever is to whatever we are feeling in our bodies and in our hearts or in our souls. So we have to allow the emotions to be expressed, and we have to give it space so that it doesn't take control over us. So this is again another invitation also for this moment, is the ability to use whatever emotions arise in a productive way, to our growth, to our evolution, and even to our success, whatever that means for you. So I think this is I'll stay here because this is already, in my perspective, this is a very positive moment. Maybe not one of those that you feel most alive and most where you feel in full power. But this is also looking into nature. This is a moment of stillness. This is a moment of a moment of stillness are the ones that actually, the moments of stillness are the ones that give space for something new to be created. So we need these moments, and we need to see these moments in a very different way. So I hope, yeah, we'll see each other. I don't know if still this year or only in the next year. I'll also pause and reconnect, and I'll also do this, well, this year review also according to my project to Compass. So whatever feedback, whatever comment you have, please send it to me. It's most welcome. And yeah, we'll see each other no matter what, and still this year or in 2023. So just sending you all a big hug, and make sure you make the best out of this times, and that you choose to see the positive in whatever you're going through, and take whatever, take the rest as learnings, as teachings. Very important for Capricorn. Bye bye, and much love to you.